Oh. Hi, everyone. I believe we're live.
Oh, you took that picture?
Yes.
Oh, God. Oh, well.
Hi,
You
everyone.
can change it later, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, definitely.
Okay, yeah.
As soon as we're over here.
Okay.
So, here we are.
Yeah. Vera?
And Christina.
God, do we still have to keep saying that?
No.
Okay, good. Because it's getting a little old.
It is.
Yeah. How long have we been on here?
We have been on for 35 seconds.
I meant YouTube.
A couple years, I think.
Okay. So I think they should
know
or
us
maybe
by
we
now.
should have a little name tag.
Yeah, a little sign.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Here we go.
All right.
So, Vera, do we have anything new going on right now, aside from the holidays?
Well, we have your angel class.
The angel class for the time being. We still have it available
It's going to be available from now on.
Yeah,
right?
So it's on our website.
Yeah, so we're going to be having a healing and cell memory class. Aloha, Roxanne.
Aloha. And hi, Austin.
Oh,
Right
Austin's
there.
on
Yes.
there? Okay, cool. Yeah, so what else?
What else do we have going
Healing
on?
cell
We
memory.
have the healing cell memory class coming up in the new year. That's very exciting.
Yeah, and then you have sales on a sale going on.
We still have time left. I've been doing a lot of Christmas shopping, and one of my favorite presents, definitely for Christmas, is art.
Yeah,
I love it.
Really.
So we have that sale going right now. And and next week, you guys, this is really exciting. We're not going to be live next Wednesday, but we are going to be putting out an episode on Wednesday that has our new art. So it's my next piece.
That's right.
And then my next art. So I'm really excited for you all to see that.
Yeah, it's a good one
Next
too.
Wednesday.
So,
okay.
What about subscribing to our YouTube channel? We keep forgetting to say that.
Exactly. We would so love it if you guys subscribe to our channel so that.
And a lot of times you see people going, just hit the button down there.
Exactly. Yes, right down there.
Is it really down there?
Yeah, see? You just pointed to it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So today we are going to talk about, how did we...
Double, toil, and trouble.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, because I was talking to Christina about a reading that I had just experienced.
Okay, I have to say really quick.
Okay.
You guys, this is a fascinating episode today. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
It's so fascinating.
Pressure's on.
Well, no, but it is.
Okay.
What you were saying with everything that they're going to find out, it's just really cool. Okay, proceed.
Yeah. And then I have permission from my client to talk about it. No names.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
So there was a situation in her life where relationships is a huge issue.
Amen, sister.
Yeah.
I know that one.
Yeah.
It had been for me in the past, so I can relate.
Yeah. And it turns out that it was about relationships, but more importantly, it was a situation that she had experienced with her dad. Her dad is now passed over. And because she kept asking me if her dad had a message. And what I kept getting, and this is even before we talked, that she is stronger than she thinks she is. And I'm kind of going, well, that's really such a, broad statement.
Right.
But then when we talked about it, it got to where it made more sense.
Really?
Yeah, because in life, apparently, her father dabbled in black magic.
Really?
Yeah, and she's from a Hispanic culture, and she said that if anybody would upset him, he would put a hex on them.
Wow.
So she feels that her dad put a hex on her, and it ruined her future relationships.
Oh,
that
man.
Every relationship she ever had
wow.
just went horribly wrong in, one way or another. So, that's what, yeah. So, and it was, and not to put, I don't want to say blame or lack of blame, but that's the way he was brought up.
Right.
So it's kind of a generational kind of thing
Mm-hmm.
with their family. But she really, and she felt this, that none of her relationships have worked because her dad cursed her.
That is, I
Yeah.
have to tell you something. I don't think I've ever told you this, so it's a secret, you guys. No, it's not really a secret. But you know what? When I was in my teenage years, after the first couple of boyfriend relationships I had, I thought I was cursed
Yeah. Isn't that
because they
interesting?
were so bad.
And that's like what she has been experiencing.
But then I let that go because I
Yeah.
didn't really believe in curses, but I thought I was cursed. It was kind of weird.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah, because it's something that, you know, is negative, so of course we hang on to it.
right,
Instead of really knowing that nobody can really curse you,
yeah,
that it's if you believe it.
right,
And then
and
things start panning out like, well, yeah, of course I'm cursed, you know,
right.
because this and this and this and this happened.
Now, did she? So she gave energy to it, and she believed it. She
Oh,
felt that she was cursed.
Deep down, she believed it till we talked.
Wow.
Yeah, she just thought, you know, it was him. And then it was so interesting because the reading was over and I kept getting, you know, I need for, not that he needs it, because he doesn't need it on the other side. He totally understands what happened, because once you're on the other side, you know what happened in that life. You know
Right.
the mistakes that you made or didn't make or whatever. But he was saying the forgiveness was really for her to forgive him, because she's the one that's holding on to the negativity of it.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. So we talked
That
about
makes
that.
a lot of sense.
Yeah, and really, some people just, because Sylvia told me this a long time ago, that there was a lady that came in and she told her, there's no one can tell me that I'm not cursed. I know I am. She believed it to her core, and she said, you're my last hope, because if you can't remove it, then, you know. And Sylvia, of course, has always told us the only one that really has the power to remove anything is you.
I was just gonna go there
Yeah.
because I was thinking that really it's for her to remove
Right.
her own curse because it's her own thinking.
But her belief system
is different.
And
And that's totally understandable.
yeah, she just really believed it. So what Sylvia did, she got up and she just did this stuff, and she goes, all right, it's gone. And the lady left happy and told her afterwards, you know, you gave me my life back. And really, you know, Sylvia's going, you gave your life back because you didn't have to accept what I did for you. So she kept trying to put the power back on her. See, because that's where the power is.
This is exactly what
Yeah.
today's episode is all about.
Yeah.
Is
And it's scary whenever you hear
power.
somebody say, I did this or somebody did that negatively.
right.
You know, you're like going, oh my God, what if? And then you trip and you're going,
Yeah.
I am.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, because there is, I mean, we ourselves believe in spiritual tools for protection. What's she saying?
No, because Roxanne is saying it's like saying if my ancestry murder, slaughter, just did bad things to people and I'm their descendant, I carry that burden. I feel I don't. It's their burden, and you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but some people still carry it. You know,
Yeah.
even though it's not true.
That's, yeah,
Yeah.
very interesting because I have a friend who is in the culture that believes in that.
Yeah.
And she thinks that she still carries her ancestors. I don't want to say negativity, but you were saying that it's like a superstition kind of a thing. That,
Yeah.
you know, and some
And
superstitions are very...
It's hard to let go of.
It isn't.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting, isn't it? Because, you know, there's the positive side of things that we give energy to. Like there's feng shui.
Yeah.
Like we believe if you don't, like let's say, put your purse on the floor, if you keep it up, then it's good luck. You know, there's all these
I do
different
that
types
to you
of
all the
things.
time.
You know, but there's all these different types of things for the positive. But, and then like there's also tools for protection because there is an aspect of negativity that we want to protect ourselves from. So it's like, where does it... What is your beliefs, right? So I can
Yeah.
understand that perfectly.
Yeah, and if somebody believes it, there's like, it stays with them. You know, it's
Right.
up to them to either change it or not change it.
So it really comes down to, you know, we have the power of whatever it is that we are putting our power, our belief into.
Right.
Is we give it the power. So how did it go with your client?
No, I mean, that part of it, she was like going, yep, I totally get it. You know, so we'll see.
Right.
But yeah, it's really hard for people to accept responsibility for what's going on in their life. Because I mean, there is certain aspects that happen to you, and that's just part of your chart and what you wanted to learn and
Right.
things like that.
And I feel that I really want to say here that too, like I told you, I thought I was cursed, but it wasn't until years later that I found out these were past life lessons that I had to finish up with from situations that weren't good. It was a part of me reclaiming my own personal power in this life, to not be dominated because my father was so dominating. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it wasn't just the dominating lesson and the power lesson. It was also past life that I had to finish up with all of these different entities that were different boyfriends throughout my 20s and
exactly.
and
then she was saying too that whenever all of this was happening, she actually, singing was her life. She just loved singing. She was told she had a good voice and all that stuff, but it wasn't even about that. It was just the joy of being able to sing and what it does for her. And she stopped singing.
Really?
So the thing that gave her power, she stopped doing because she didn't feel that, that joy anymore because of what had happened. Because there was a particular thing that happened to her the day her father died that was, really horrific. And so there was that on top of, his death and the feeling that she had about him and everything that was going on in her life, and it just went downhill from there. So that's where, I told you have to sing. That is something that just makes you feel so good and makes other people feel good too. It's not just about us, but it actually helps others as well. Absolutely. So and she's had past lives where she was, whenever it was something that she did with her voice, whenever she was doing healings for people, that healed them. And it was kind of like a tonation thing. It wasn't necessarily singing, but still had to do with tones.
That's really cool. Yeah. Because Vera and I were talking about an angel. There's one of the angels that uses tones to heal us. And we can sometimes do that for others. Yeah. I mean, we can be like earth angels.
Yeah.
Because the things, we can help heal each other.
Yeah.
And her gift is through being able to capture the tones that are going to heal people.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and in other lifetimes she was a singer. But she was blind. But she was singing, and she brought, so much joy to people and wherever she was.
Really amazing.
And Roxanne is saying maybe we were using the wrong words to describe our journey. I don't know what that means.
Oh, maybe she's talking about...
what she had said before?
Oh, I'm not sure. But,
I don't know
but one of the things that I did want to say, too, is when it comes to power, when I first heard about power, it took me a while to really figure that one out. What is our personal power? And I really thought long and hard about it. Because I remember Angus was talking about power, needing to find it again. And if you don't know what it is, how do you feel it? Yeah. So I really gave it a lot of thought. And over the years of the things that he was talking about and that you and I were talking about, it came to be clear that our personal power, one of the ways, at least for me, is to not be affected by things. And there was a woman that you knew that was so affected by everything. And, I mean, you couldn't use... it was like superstitions is what I'm trying to say. Very little, all these little things would bother her, and it really affected her. So it's, for me, parts of having my personal power is to not be so affected by things or by people or what others are saying.
Yeah.
It does. What did she say? What I was saying.
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
Instead of to learn our lessons.
Yeah, that's very true, Roxanne. Oh, who are we talking about? We're talking about a young woman that had a feeling, or that believed her father hexed her in her life, so she had no positive relationships from that point on.
Right.
And then, of course, the day that he died, there was a situation that happened that even more reinforced that, she was not going to have anything good happen to her in terms of relationships. Yeah.
Right.
So
it definitely, takes a lot of, it takes a lot.
Because we're bombarded a lot, and how we were brought up. Because that's programming.
Right.
So people believe that to be, and if you believe it, it is.
It's exactly it.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly right, because our mind, it really is a muscle. That the more we flex it, we're always talking about, like, for meditation or hypnosis
Your
or that kind of
psychic
thing.
muscle.
Yeah, the psychic muscle, the more that you flex it, the stronger it becomes. If we're flexing it the whole time on, this is bad, this is going to happen, this is bad, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like,
and then it goes that way.
Yeah, because we have power of the mind.
Yeah.
To create.
This is kind of a silly example.
But we could undo it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's true. But my mom would tell me, what would she say? I said, I was talking back to her something. And then she would say...
No,
never. But, and she said God was going to punish me for talking back to her. And I was like, yeah, right, whatever. And I walked off and I fell.
Oh.
And what do I do all the time? I fall all the time. So it was not a big deal. But because she said that at that moment and I fell, I was like, oh my God, she's right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the act of it happening and you're like, oh my God, okay. I go, I'm so sorry. I didn't. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because sometimes it's hard to know if it's a lesson that we need to learn. But that's the good thing, we're paying attention. We're aware. We want to learn our lessons and everything. But when it comes to something negative like that, we definitely don't want to reinforce it. We want to replace it with the positive. And now with her, with your client.
And she's been suicidal.
Oh.
Going on top of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really, and I have to say that her coming to the angel class really turned it around. It was a stepping stone to help her try to understand, like, well, maybe there is something different that I didn't know about, that I could help. Yeah.
I'm so happy to hear that. We had our angel class was in person.
The
here.
first one, yeah.
Yeah, and she was able to come to that, so I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah. So along those lines, then I had another client that was you guys, this has been such a month of life-altering situations that are happening to people. And I've never seen, in all my years, in my 65 years, so much in like a short period of time.
It's been a little scary.
Very, very.
For people,
Because I'm getting so many calls about suicide.
Really big stuff, yeah.
And that brings me into the other situation that I was going to tell you guys about, is I had a client calling me, and she had a problem that stemmed from the family. And give a little bit of background, she always felt like she was a stepchild. Actually she was, but she was very much treated like one, and her whole life, and felt invisible, like, she just didn't matter. There was a core family that her mother and stepfather and siblings had, and she was always odd man out. And she's very
sad.
Yeah, but she's very strong. Yeah, she's very strong, and it's not going to be that much longer. I'm telling you guys, it's going to get better, worldwide.
Anna Maria was just saying that she feels the same way. Things are very ominous for people around the world, and Vera, you're just saying that you feel like it's going to get better.
The tide is turning.
I've learned.
I was going to say the turd is turning.
We won't go to that one.
It is a shitty thing, but no. Yeah. But sorry.
No. But I've learned to listen to what you have to say, because you come out.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, whenever you talk to people and just realizing the power of the mind, your soul mind is so powerful, and it's always giving you messages in one way or another. It could be through music, It could be through, like we talked about, people driving by and they have signs on their car
Exactly.
that really touches you. So this situation, she was what she called me in dire straits. And this is really heavy because she kept asking me, do you see me going to jail because of some situation that turned up in her family's dynamic? And she goes, and if you do, I'm going to kill myself. So it's like,
Wow.
what do you say?
Right.
And it was pretty heavy. It was so heavy. It just really, and I really care about this person too because we've had, she's been a client for
A long
ages.
time.
Yeah. So, and I knew she was serious. And it was a situation that's going on right now because of all this Me Too, hashtag Me Too kind of thing. But this happened when she was a preteen. But she has this person in her life that it feels like she is out to destroy her no matter what. And saying things that aren't true and putting words in her mouth and just telling her, look over your shoulder because there's going to be a cop coming after you because of something that happened between a sibling and her when they were children.
Okay.
But she's such a she was in the military. Everything is, right. Everything, so she knew it was like a bad thing because, of course, but your kids and you're experiencing, you're exploring.
Yeah, I mean, they're children.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, but she's scared because this
Of
person is
course.
saying, I'm coming after you for doing da 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 da.
Right.
And you're going to go to jail. I'm going to ruin your life. And she was ready to die. So,
God, that's terrifying. It really is.
yeah, so of course I bring up, do you really want to do this again? Because if you do, you break your contract with God and you have to come back and do it again. And then she goes into, but you said God is compassionate. And God wouldn't do that to me. So it's like, yes, but what if I'm wrong? And you have to come back.
Right.
Why would you want to have to experience it? Just get through this.
I mean, because
going to jail for her would ruin her career.
Well, more than a career, it'd be like her life.
Yeah, but
I mean, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm just. That's a terrifying thought to me.
Yeah, because she can't make a living.
Yeah,
and she's not married.
Yeah.
So, and also she's gay. So this woman has always been after her because she's telling her she's perverted and that kind of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my client calls me a couple of days ago and she wants me to tell her about this dream because I made a deal with her that, to hold on, not to do anything. I go, there's nobody that's going to come to your door, that kind of thing. I go, but if you feel like you're going to, call me first. And I said, just to say goodbye. Because I was like, no, I'm not going to let you do that. Not that I could, but you know what I mean.
Of course.
I would try. But, so she calls me and tells me this dream, and she's been sleeping like 23 hours a day. She's just lethargic. She can't go to work. She can't do anything.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
yeah. So she's telling me about this dream about there's this woman in her dream. She's with her father in this lifetime. That woman in this lifetime is in the dream, and her other sibling. And she said that they're in a Victorian house.
Okay.
Okay. And so she said that there's this woman that is hanging by the neck in the attic. And she keeps telling everybody, don't you see that? Don't you see that woman? Why is this woman hanging it? We're acting like there's nobody there. And her father and everybody's saying, because there is nobody there. There's nobody there.
Oh my gosh.
Just trying to get her to...
Why does that give me the chills?
Yeah. And always trying to cut her voice off. Not letting her say her truth. Right. And then, but she said, I can see the woman. She sees her shoes. She's describing the lady's shoes in detail, her dress, and she goes, but she goes, she doesn't look like a woman that would be, that you, like, all distorted. She's beautiful. she's got beautiful long hair. She was describing all this stuff. And she just kept going, I just want it. She goes, what I'm getting out of it is I'm finding my voice because I'm saying, can't you see it, even though they're telling me there's nothing there.
Uh-huh.
And then she goes, but the woman keeps telling me, you make things bigger than they are. And then she kept talking about other stuff. And then I'm just going, okay, maybe she'll get it. And then she kept saying that her father and this other woman was telling her, oh, you make a big deal out of nothing,
Mm-hmm.
So she gives me all that. She goes, so I'm thinking I'm finding my voice again. And I go, okay. I go, but what did that woman tell you? And then she goes, that I'm making things bigger than they are. And I go, so what are you doing right now in the situation that you're in?
Mm-hmm.
She goes, I'm making things bigger than they are.
Aww.
And I go, yeah. I go, true. And I go, but also, who is that woman that's hanging up there? I go, did you feel anything? And she's going, oh my God. And I go, it's you. And she goes, yeah. She goes, and she just started crying, and
it kind of made me want to cry,
yeah, because it was like, she goes, that's me up there. She goes, so symbolically, it's like they're having me hang, and I go, no. In that past life, that was you, and you were hung.
I'm just getting the chills.
Yeah, so they silenced you.
Wow.
Because of whatever they were doing, you were going to voice whatever it was.
Wow.
I go, so this woman has been in your past 10 lifetimes doing this to you. Every lifetime.
Wow.
Every one.
Every lifetime she's got her.
Yeah, and so the one before this lifetime that she's in, she was murdered. But the lifetime before that, she committed suicide because she couldn't handle
what they were doing
to her.
Wow.
So it's like, are you going to let them keep doing this? Or are you going to, what are you going to do? And oh my gosh, it was just so amazing because she was just going, oh my God. She goes, I want to live. She goes, I am not letting them win.
No way.
Yeah.
It makes me want to fight.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't
and that's
it?
how she is. She's a champion for other people, not herself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I bet that just turned things around for her. Like a 180, as they say.
Exactly. Lindsay Lee is saying, I had a dream that I was in the 1800s trying to help two females on a farm escape. Yep, that was it. Yeah. But see how, the power is it was her dream. She was being told. So that's how important and how powerful our subconscious is because it knows everything and it knows what we need to do, but we just keep second guessing ourselves because we're in life.
Right.
So it's not like we're stupid. It's just with all of this stuff coming at us, the Trump and
there's
the
so
way
much.
the United States is and everything's coming at you and then family and
trying to just survive and get through it all.
And then on top of that, and then you're still trying to help yourself.
Yeah.
So see how powerful we are.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And also too, I just wanted to say that good work, Vera.
Oh, thanks. But it was her.
Yeah.
I was helping her to put the pieces of the puzzle together, but
exactly.
That was and that's the power that we have, you guys. It's just amazing.
And I wanted to say real quick too is that you brought up a really good point. It's something that we've discovered that Angus told us about is soul stalkers.
Yeah.
Soul stalkers is sometimes we can be stalked by an entity from lifetime to lifetime, like your client and this or friend and this person, this woman who's been stalking her.
Yeah.
That's actually that's a good topic that we can do a separate video on because we're already at
we're already at minutes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And Lindsay, I'll talk to you later about that, your dream, because she was saying that they were naked and white, which was odd.
Yeah, it is very interesting.
Yeah. So I'll get back with you, Lindsay, on that one. Yeah.
But
getting rid of soul stalkers, you do what this person did and realize I'm not going to let them do this to me anymore because it's a lesson.
Yeah, one of the things that
Those
Angus
damn
was
lessons.
Yeah. One of the things that Angus was saying about that is that to not let them affect us anymore, to not let their negativity affect us. Because sometimes we might find ourselves in a situation that we don't have power over the physical situation. What if they corner us and they get us? So they get us, but what they don't get is what we're thinking, is how we're feeling. Exactly. Because we are free in our mind. Even if we're captured or imprisoned or whatever it is, we are free in our mind, and they can never control our mind or our heart. And that is how to really overcome a soul stalker. Because, they might be able to stalk us, but we get to the point where it doesn't matter. That's what Angus said, is that we get to the point where no matter what they do, it doesn't matter, because it's still not going to affect who we really are. Yeah. Even if it affects our body, it doesn't affect who we really are.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that we have the power.
Yes.
Exactly. To change things. And there's people like me that help put the pieces together, but still it's coming from you. And that's what I love.
She gets so excited.
That's what I do. I get so excited about it because
so cool.
It's within us.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we just have to be reminded every once in a while.
Exactly. Your client or friend, she could have said, "I'm giving up. I'm
And
going to do it," or I'm giving up here, But instead, she's at the place where she wants to fight.
Yeah, now.
And that's where her freedom of her, where she's thinking
going,
and how she's
feeling.
Hell
no!
Yeah.
I'm not letting you do this to me again.
But that's where her power and how she's feeling and how she's thinking has come up, and that's what it's all about.
And that's what I said. And you have to, really say, I don't care what happens to me, I'm surviving.
Yeah. Because that's our light, that they're not going to diminish.
She goes, even if the cops do come, she goes, I'll deal with it. And I go, that's right. Because truth is on your side.
Exactly.
And that's just the way it is. And sometimes truth doesn't always win out. We know that, what's happened time and time again with people. But it's still, as long as it's your truth.
Amen.
You still win, even though it looks like you lost.
Yeah. And I like what Roxanne said, the spiritual warrior.
There you go.
There you go. High five.
Yeah.
High five. High five. Yeah.
All right,
well,
guys.
We hope you have a great holiday. We'll see you next week, even though we won't be live. It'll be a good episode on Wednesday.
You guys keep warrior on.
Exactly.
Yeah. And turn your light on, or whatever we say.
Yes. Turn your enlightenment on. Yeah.
All
have
right.
a great day, and stay safe and happy.
And since we're not going to see them next week, Merry Christmas. And I hope you guys have a great one. Happy, blessed, wherever you are. Because we're always thinking about them.
Absolutely. Always have you in our prayers and our thoughts.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
I don't know why we say that, but
yeah.
we do. All right.
All right. We love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.